On August 28, 2020, actor Chadwick Boseman, famous for such roles as Jackie Robinson in 42, James Brown in Get On Up, and King T'Challa in Black Panther, passed away from his 4-year-long battle with cancer. We here at Sons of Cinema extend our deepest condolences to the Boseman family at this time of need. Crazy weekend, hasn't it been?
Yes. I was not anticipating news like this.
Yeah, and then again, how often do you anticipate death?
Yeah, that's true.
Not making fun of you, because I've been saying the same thing. I was like, when I first heard it, I kept saying, I was like, oh, I was not expecting to hear this today. And then the voice in my head was all like, well, how often do you expect to hear that someone's going to die?
Yeah. In fact, when this popped up in my work group chat, someone posted it, and I thought it was a hoax at first. I was before I even responded, I was on the Google like whoa, I was like Chadwick Boseman hoax or just to see if something pops up. I didn't anticipate this in any way. It's not like there were signs of rumors, or you didn't even see on like those tabloids where it's like the royal family or whatever. I forget what they're called, but
the Inquisitors.
Yeah, that's what it. Yeah, so basically, you don't see anything like that going. Chadwick Boseman is sick. There's rumors of this, or there was nothing. There was literally nothing. It was just, boom, shock.
What was interesting about it is that a couple of months ago, a picture of him surfaced online, and he was looking quite thin and sickly. And a lot of people, much like myself, assumed that he was just preparing for a role.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I saw him in 21 Bridges, because he lost a lot of weight between Black Panther and I figured, okay, maybe he just slimmed down for the role, or and then people told me about it, the photos months ago, and I was like, what? You just assume an actor, if you look at people like Christian Bale and stuff like that. I was just about
the same. Christian Bale, Edward Norton.
These guys, they put their body through a lot. So that's what I just assumed. And I was sadly disappointed. I thought that, he was coming up with some brand new project.
Yeah, I was going to look forward to it. He's one of these actors that definitely surprised people. He came out onto the field. A lot of people didn't know a lot about him. I think his claim to fame was 42.
Yes.
Right? That's what I felt skyrocketed him.
Yep.
Because prior to 42, he did a lot. He was like an extra in this film, background in this film.
Episode of Law and Order.
He was in Lie to Me. He was in Justified. He was in this. Hell, his very first acting credit is he was in All My Children, which I chuckled because that was my mother's favorite show.
See, before you had mentioned that, I didn't even know he was on All My Children.
Yeah, but he wasn't a permanent fixture.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you think you would remember a cameo like that, but I haven't seen every episode of All My Children, so maybe I just haven't seen that episode.
Yeah. He's credited as Reggie Porter Montgomery #1. So apparently, it was a segment in which they had multiple Reggie Porter Montgomerys on set. All right. Now, funny enough, because I often look. Like much more like when Schumacher passed, I looked. I was like, I wonder how many of his films I own, and I went and looked. I was like, oh, okay, I own a good amount. And the same with I own 5 of this man's films.
Yes,
I own his 4 appearances as T'Challa, the Black Panther, and I own one movie that he did that I feel it doesn't get talked about enough. It is a really good film, Draft Day.
Yes, I remember Draft Day with Kevin Costner, right?
All-star Kevin Costner.
I had to think about that for a moment.
Jennifer Garner, Dennis Leary.
That's why I saw it, actually, Dennis Leary.
I don't blame you. Chadwick Boseman. All right, and you know what I also thought was funny is that you had two actors of TV superhero fame in this. You have John Ramsey, who plays Diggle in Arrow.
Yeah.
And you have the one and only Tom Welling, who played Clark Kent in Smallville. Yeah. I'm sorry, you have Russell Crowe, not Russell Crowe, Jesus, Kurt Russell,
Mm-hmm.
who played Jonathan Kent, and there's a scene where they're sharing. I'm like, this is like a different level of meta going on right now.
Definitely not planned at all. But and much like to me, a lot of actors in these positions, when they pass, a lot of them are working and they have roles that aren't complete and things like that. He finished and it's completed, and I guess it was waiting for release and everything like that. A movie I wasn't even aware of. It's called Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Right? Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I have no idea what it was about.
Why? I'm not even getting enough mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's completed. So it should be. It's past the post production process.
Yeah.
Which is insane. And I'm sure this would have been released, had not the Toretto, disease hit.
The Toretto virus.
And how will this be treated now? When you hear about actors like Paul Walker or Heath Ledger or good actors, and then now we're all gonna go see this movie, to see his final performance. Is this gonna be, like Brick Mansions, or is it gonna be like The Dark Knight? I'm hoping it's the latter.
Precisely. Well, wouldn't technically for Walker, his last performance would have been Furious 7? Because he was in the mix of filming that when he got it.
Well, I'm saying completed.
Oh, completed project.
Completed,
got it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had the CG.
Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Because Ledger's final film was The Wondroporium, Professor.
Yeah, which wasn't completed at the time.
Yeah.
They had to.
Hats off. They have to go off to these three, to Johnny Depp, Jude Law, and as much as you hate him, Colin Farrell.
Yes.
These guys all stepped up to the plate to help him with that. So, time will also tell what's going to happen in the case of Boseman, because he was in the mix of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah. What's crazy to me is, watching these movies, a lot of his movies, I saw 21 Bridges and things like that. Like I said, him being sick didn't affect his performances.
Yes.
His on-screen performance was still on point. Like,
and this is what I have to say. I have to give this man a lot of respect about the fact that he decided he wanted to keep this to himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, nothing against those that go who have any form of sickness and decide to tell the world about it.
Yeah.
But it was more of, I'm going to do this on my terms.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this on my own.
There's a reason for it, I'm sure. But what? We may never know.
All right, but even like I said, from draft day,
yeah,
there's that particular scene towards the end of the movie where he gets drafted and the emotion on his face.
Yeah.
When he feel that. Yep. It was like he wasn't expecting to hear his name.
Yeah.
And he kept annoying the hell out of the coach.
Yep.
Draft me. So he was expecting legit to just go and stand there and just sit there in his living room and not even hear his name. And then when he hears his name called, and you can just see the shock and awe on his face and the tears pouring out of his eyes. And I'm like, that's pretty deep.
Yeah.
So, man, we lost another one.
I'm starting to hate 2020.
And a lot of people are. But unfortunately, as the road keeps going, things begin to narrow.
Not that you're saying it's going to get a little bumpier, but.
That too. Chadwick Boseman. On that note, for those of you who are fans of Chadwick Boseman, or even if you just like them on occasion, tell us what this will be fun. Go to the comment section and tell us your favorite movie of them, and we'll talk about those. Maybe we'll talk about those in a further episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. On another side note, I actually heard something very interesting.
What?
He was nominated by the actress who played Cosby's wife on the Cosby Show. When she was teaching acting, she wanted him to go to London, but he didn't have the funds for acting.
Wow.
So she reached out to actor friends, and the one actor that paid his entire way through.
Denzel Washington?
Oh, you've heard this story.
Yes, I have.
All right. And apparently Denzel, after he became famous, Denzel hit him up and goes, hey, brother, you owe me some money.
Yeah, I heard about that. But, the way Denzel tells it was a joke. But, yeah.
All right. With that being said, on a somber note, I've been DJ. He's been Rex. We are the Sons of Cinema.
Peace.